Joe. You gonna go get us all some food?
And then once again, we have all
Come on,
these
man.
recipes. This is
Cause
a-
you're the boss man.
So we have to make sure we have
Come on. Employee appreciation
Yeah.
day.
And if you wanted to, you know, you could throw some brown rice in this too. So we can give them all the options, you know, what they want to do.
Then I'll use it what it was meant to
So
be used for.
what I have found when I make these myself, when you put them
Throwing.
on the cookie sheet, is how good the oven is. 320 degrees. They can get done in sometimes a half hour. So they're not a long. It's not a long process from beginning to end. It's an hour. So if you want to have this to look at below, you'll be able to. This next one's spaghetti squash.
Okay, are you ready? Rock and roll. This is 12 minutes. Okay. And Marilyn, that'll be your camera. I'll go right there. Marilyn's starting. You want it on 1 or on 3?
This is really good. This is fancy. We use the thigh and the breast because breast seems to be flavorless. The thigh has fat in it. It's good fat. It's not dry. You want to answer all their questions.
Marilyn, you want to step out a little bit because you're opening it.
Okay, so then we don't. We're not going to be serving this in this time. We'll be serving it the next time. So. Okay.
I'm trying to sort out the employee appreciation because I don't think we've ever had this.
Chicken meatballs.
Meatballs. Dr. Bob's chicken meatballs.
Dr. Bob.
Yeah, make sure you talk it could be lamb because the lamb
Yeah.
meatballs are awesome.
We love them.
And it's right on the street.
Holy buckets.
5, 4, 3.
We just love to have you watch Today with Marilyn and Sarah because we know today God has something very special for your heart and for your life. So don't just sit there and think, oh, huh. Don't be oh, huh. Because you're going to get something today from the Spirit of God, from godly wisdom, that absolutely will change your life, give you direction, give you focus, even give you passion, and make you healthy. And who doesn't want to be healthy? Who wants to be sinking and going downhill? And I thought about these 3 G's. You know, basically we see the grace of God will take us through this life, but also so will the grit, the exercise, keeping our bodies active. But we're talking about the brain, the nutrition, good nutrition that can really give you strength, give you energy, change your family, change even the way your children think about food. And we have Dr. Bob, we have Sarah with us today, and you are really doing something wonderful.
It's one of my-
Italian and kind of not.
This is one of my favorite recipes. I really just thoroughly enjoy it. You're going to love this, you know? No plan is a plan to fail. So if you're a single mom, a mom and dad with 13 kids, what we're going to show you right now is universal food. In the second part of the segment, we're going to do some spaghetti squash, but you can't have spaghetti without meatballs. So the type of meatballs that I'm going to make today, Sarah and Marilyn, you're going to need to help me because my hands are going to get chicken greasy here, is I have 2 kinds of chicken. I have chicken thigh and I have chicken breast. Now, you can see if you look really close, there is a difference between the 2. Now, over experience, I have found that chicken just has more flavor than turkey. And turkey sometimes tends to be a little bit dry. Now, of course, you can make lamb meatballs, which I thoroughly love, and beef meatballs. You could actually make meatballs out of fish if you wanted to. I actually made conch burgers one time. My sons thought we were persecuted. Anyway, they learned to love to appreciate that. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to really need to help me. So we have chicken thigh that has a great source of fat in it. We have the chicken breast. And I like to mix the 2 together. So, Sarah, what I'm going to need you to do for me right now is we have spinach. Now, part of Dr. Bob's secret ingredient ingredient for these chicken meatballs happens to be the spinach. You know, she's cutting it up for me right now. And the reason we're cutting it up is that we want to make sure that we have a little bit in each one of them. You can throw some of those in here right now for me, please, if you don't mind. And your meatballs are going to have little green leaves in them. See, the green from the spinach is going to be adding some chlorophyll. It's going to be adding some flavor, and it's going to be adding some magnesium to the whole batch. And you're going to mix it through thoroughly. I just usually will make up to 40 to 50 of these at a time.
Wow.
And we just used a small amount today. I'll use up to 3 pounds of breast and 3 pounds of thigh. But it's amazing how easy they flow. So what you like to do for me right now, what I could use, would you mind getting that one of those eggs right there and cracking one of those? You could use the edge of the bowl for me. And we're using an organic, high omega-3 fat egg. We're going to mix that in there. You know what else I could use right now? You're doing great with the spinach. Just throw a little bit of the brown rice. Now, we're using brown rice breadcrumbs. You might want to know why. There are so many people today that have gluten sensitivity. So I wanted this to be a gluten-free recipe. So you could also use the wheat. Would you mind showing them the wheat right there? You could use the wheat, because so many of you have a gluten. Could you want to sprinkle some of that on there for me? Well, let's just take a look. Hit it, 'cause it's quite nice. Okay, that's good. So I'm going by my own consistency right here. And what I have found is that the wheat, for some people, can cause allergy issues. They can have digestive issues. And you don't want to have that at all if you can help prevent that, okay? Now, here's what's really interesting about chicken. Do you know there's something called the carbon footprint? The carbon footprint is the amount of carbon dioxide that's used. You know what you can add to me right now is the calories and stuff. Now, we have the recipe on the website. And the carbon, just shake it on in there. That's good. The carbon footprint is the amount of carbon dioxide that's released when a product is being made. What's very interesting about chicken, it only has a 1 pound carbon green footprint. Isn't that amazing? Beef has 15 pounds.
Wow.
15 pounds of carbon dioxide for every pound of beef tissue. Now, here's something else that I think is quite
So
fascinating.
when you say that, it takes like 5 pounds of carbon footprint in the chicken feet?
Well, what it is by the time they get done calculating everything for the chicken, a pound of chicken is 1 pound of,
Chicken feet.
no, it's not 1 pound of chicken feed, it's the amount of carbon dioxide that's released into the atmosphere.
Okay.
Beef requires 15, like with the farming and all of that.
Yep.
And now what we're going to add next is,
Yep.
let's grab some of these Italian, like you can shake that all the way around.
Yep,
Which one are we
just
adding here?
oregano.
Okay, throw a little bit of oregano on there. Okay, we're going to stop, let me mix that in.
Yep.
Now, while you're doing that, let's throw a little bit of that chicken poultry seasoning.
Yep.
That's good right there. I'm going to mix that thoroughly for you. Yep, that's good. Shake it all the way around. Now we're using these different herbs. Now, before you add anything else, grab that basil. And let's open that up. Let's just,
Good with the basil.
it is, I know. You smell that?
I love basil and everything.
Let me tell you a little bit about herbs. You know, don't you love this, is that in the Bible it talks about eating food from seed-bearing plants. It talks about us eating herbs. Now, if you could just grab one of those pieces of basil and just kind of like rub it and smear it, okay? Now, can you feel the oil in there?
Yep.
I don't think, ladies, that people realize that there is oil inside of plants. And what's really interesting about any kind of herb, an herb is alive. See, what's going on in our world today is we're eating so much processed food, and processed food is dead. When you eat something like basil and you throw it into something like this, what's going to happen, if you want to cut some of those up for me, I would really appreciate that. You need to move ahead here because we have to make some of these meatballs, by the way, we're so busy talking. But the fresh basil is also going to enhance the taste, the essence. And, you know, I have come to believe that today, kids are used to eating canned foods, canned meatballs, canned pasta. And what's happening to them is that their taste buds are being tricked. That is plenty. Now, we added the poultry. Let's add I think we have some onion salt over there. That would be awesome. Okay, you just put that on. Now I happen to like that. That's good. And we're going to keep on mixing this. Doesn't it look just wonderful?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Wait till you taste
And you
these.
got onion powder.
Yep, throw a little bit of